The following program is the work of the broadcast students at the British Columbia Institute of Technology. BCIT Magazine features news stories from around the Lower Mainland which were produced over the last week. Responsibility for the content of the show rests completely with the students and their instructors.
Coming up on BCIT Magazine, concerns growing over the chemical stench from the Parkland Refinery.
Could another bus and C-bus shutdown be coming?
And how to keep your furry friends safe in the cold.
Hello and welcome to BCIT Magazine. I'm Ben Bugera.
And I am Alicia Nolasco. Here's what's been happening in our community.
Hundreds of Metro Vancouver residents are demanding answers after the release of an odor described as nauseating from a Burnaby refinery. As reporter Nicholas Poitras tells us, it is still not clear what caused the smell or if it could happen again.
I started getting sick of the smell. It was making me nauseous. I wanted to puke just because it was a gross smell, right?
Burnaby residents were left baffled Sunday morning after an incident at the refinery caused a strong odor.
I took Foxy for a walk and I walked her down by here and I noticed the smell. That was when I woke up. I noticed the smell, right?
The Parkland Refinery reported that the incident had occurred at around 7:30 in the morning, with the shutdown of the site immediately following the incident.
But it was on this street at 3:30 in the morning where residents were first woken up to a toxic burning smell. Many residents thought that their houses were on fire.
Residents weren't the only ones that were left confused. The community advisory panel for Parkland had officials spamming the community Facebook group for answers, while the panel members had no information.
I feel like there was a huge gap, a really tremendous gap between getting the information out to the local neighborhood. And we are the advisory panel, and we weren't notified until much later, much later in the morning.
Along with the lack of communication, the odor that caused the incident has made some people ill. Tubbs says that he went to the hospital after noticing a discomfort in his breathing while walking his dog.
Right away I was feeling it in my lungs, and Foxy, she had her ears down and she was wanting to go home, which is not normal for her.
3 days after the incident, Parkland Refinery hasn't communicated any new information to the public, leaving Tubbs and many in the community to wonder what they were inhaling.
That's what I was trying to do, is just get information. What is it that they're burning? Because I want to know what went into my lungs.
It's a general concern that we don't have a good method of providing people with the public information that they need in a timely manner.
The Parkland Advisory Panel hope that there will be a change in communication from the Parkland Refinery soon. Nicholas Poitras for BCIT's Magazine.
Some Burnaby residents are working to keep their streets free from litter. As Sebastian Arancibia tells us, the goal is to make their neighborhoods cleaner and to find new ways to connect with their community.
Oh, come on.
With each piece of trash he adds to his bucket, Martin Kendall works towards his 2024 goal of collecting 2 pounds of litter per day. He says this year is not only about quantity, but also about expansion.
Wherever I am in the world, like for example, I'm going to Calgary next week, I'm going to be picking up some garbage there. If I go to Parksville during the summer, I'm going to pick up some garbage there. So the idea is just that I'm not doing it in Burnaby city limits, I'm doing it wherever I go.
Kendall has been doing this volunteer work with his movement, Clean Up Burnaby, since 2021.
Got really sick and tired of going to playgrounds and parks around Burnaby and seeing garbage everywhere. So I grabbed some tongs, grabbed a garbage pail, and started cleaning up.
He's not alone in this crusade. Lower Mainland Green Team, an environmental charity, has also set up cleanup goals for this year.
We're really looking forward to continuing this partnership with the City of Burnaby this year and beyond. We're pushing for monthly cleanups because we definitely saw the demand in the community.
Lower Mainland Green Team highlights the impact of connecting the community with its environment.
Not just increase that sense of belonging and connection to nature, but also make that positive impact, which is also very positive for, overall health, mental health, physical health, just bringing people together and empowering them to take better care of themselves and their communities as well.
Kendall says making an impact in the community is not a hard task.
Just do what you can. It doesn't have to be a big pail worth of garbage or a big garbage bag. Just, pick up a couple pieces of garbage and throw it in the garbage can.
Both Lower Mainland Green Team and Kendall encourage people to take the first step to make public spaces free from litter. Sebastián Arancibia in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
After another deadly month of toxic drug overdoses, supporters of the Drug User Liberation Front gather outside of the courthouse in downtown Vancouver. As Medicine Buckingham reports, anger is growing over the arrest of two of the group founders.
Remember why we're here? We're here to free Dolph! One more time, free Dolph!
Bundled in warm clothes and carrying signs with strong messages, the community came to express their frustration with the government's treatment of the toxic drug crisis.
How dare this city or this province or this country claim to care about drug users? How dare they speak about solidarity or compassion or reconciliation?
Vince Tao of the Vancouver Area Network of Drug Users, also known as VANDU, explained what the community is calling for.
We are demanding the government, one, they free Dolph, and two, they immediately start to nationalize the production of safe drugs for everyone.
The attendees braved the cold to stand united against the prosecution of the Drug User Liberation Front, or DULF, on the first day of the founders' trial. Eris Nix and Jeremy Calicum were operating a safe supply program they called the Compassion Club in an attempt to fight the toxic drug and overdose crisis. Vandu's president Kevin Yakes expressed the urgency of the situation.
People are dying. Too many of my friends, too many acquaintances, and
Dolph's study found that 0 known deaths or overdoses came from the tested supply, and hospital visits decreased by 50%. Medical students are speaking out about the impact they've seen on our healthcare system.
That people are dying because of our increasingly volatile and toxic street drugs. And we can save lives if we urgently separate people from this deadly supply and instead provide them with a safer, regulated alternative, safe supply.
In the past week, supporters of Dolph have been organizing protests across Canada and beyond.
It's lovely. And so today we not only have folks coming out here in the courthouse, there are international actions all across the planet.
Letters have been sent to the Canadian Embassy from the UK and Ireland asking the Canadian government to free the Drug User Liberation Front.
Who keeps us safe? We keep us safe!
Madison Buckingham in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Dozens of people gathered in North Vancouver to remember loved ones who were killed when their commercial airliner was brought down by 2 missiles over Iran. An anniversary memorial was held for the affected families who are still searching for justice. My co-anchor, Alicia Nolasco, was there and tells us more.
Candles, photos, and displays were put up to commemorate the 4th year anniversary of flight Ps752 that killed 176 people, 85 of them Canadian residents and citizens. The families and communities of the affected were able to mourn with dedicated performances.
We're all Iranians, we're all a family, and like mostly the people who live here actually. So we kind of see ourselves as a family because, especially after the thing that happened, we really felt more connected to each other.
Arman Abtahi, organizer of the memorial, who also lost his brother in the downing, reminds us of the importance of commemorating the death of all the airplane victims.
The path to justice is very long, and unfortunately it's very slow, but we need the community support for justice to be served.
Last year, the province contributed $100,000 to the city of North Vancouver to create a monument to remember the victims.
Staff are working with the families to find a suitable and special location for a Ps752 Memorial.
Even after 4 years, the sadness and grieving continue.
Association tries to keep the memory of the lost ones alive. We don't want them to be forgotten.
The Ps752 Justice Association is still demanding answers, hoping to get an international hearing this year. Alicia Nolasco in North Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Coming up after the break, will you make or break your New Year's resolutions?
And join BCIT students as they hop towards a unique event.
Hi, my name is Sean Park and I'm a second-year student at BCIT Broadcast and Online Journalism program. Here's your 12 o'clock news. So far, this program is all that I could ever imagine it to be. I've learned how to use all the equipment since last year. I've learned the skills required for each medium, such as radio, TV, and digital news. Now I feel ready to be the voice that can empower the marginalized communities and its people. I'm Sean Park and you're listening to 1680, The Crow.
Welcome back to BCIT Magazine. Could more commuter chaos be looming in Metro Vancouver? As contract negotiations between transit supervisors and Coast Mountain Bus Company, the union is threatening more job action. Reporter Brooke Jensen went to the picket line to learn more about how this dispute could impact hundreds of thousands of transit users.
180 transit supervisors have been on the picket line since Monday morning, after contract talks with Coast Mountain Bus Company broke off. Other Translink unions, like Move Up, are also on the rainy picket lines to show support for their fellow workers.
CUPE has made the decision to come out on strike, and other labour unions are impacted, Move Up and Unifor, and it's important that we stand in solidarity so that we speak as one voice to the employer, in this case Coast Mountain Bus and Translink.
Buses are parked and the C-Bus fleet is docked. The 300,000 people in Metro Vancouver who count on transit services every day are caught in the middle. The biggest unresolved issue in this dispute? Wages. The union is seeking a pay hike upwards of 20% over 3 years. Translink's CEO says settling for that kind of wage increase would have serious implications on Translink's struggling financial bottom line.
Historically, many of the unions across the Translink enterprise do look at other union negotiated agreements for either formal Me Too clauses or even informally to ask for what other members got. And so we believe that absolutely applies here, that there would be, as a result of what the union has asked for, these ripple effects that would happen on other contracts.
The goal, as in any strike, is to get back to work. We want to get back to work, we want fair wages, and we want fair, in this case, supervisors to be paid the same as supervisors in other locations.
Although the 48-hour work stoppage ends Wednesday morning, CUPE has said that if an agreement isn't found, they will extend their strike. Brooke Jensen in Burnaby for BCIT Magazine.
Up next, we have an update on the Coast Mountain strike from our reporter Kevin Pontius. Kevin, what's the latest?
Thanks, Alicia. The two sides in the Metro Vancouver transit dispute are in negotiations this week with the assistance of a special mediator. He is expected to make non-binding recommendations this Friday. The union, which represents about 180 transit supervisors, has said if a deal isn't reached by end of day Friday, it will once again escalate job action.
So Kevin, what would that mean for commuters?
Well, as was the case during last week's 48-hour shutdown, other unions representing transit and C-bus operators don't cross picket lines. So that could mean no bus or C-bus services beginning Saturday morning. The Transit Supervisors Union is also at the Labour Relations Board seeking to expand picket lines to include SkyTrain stations. That could mean no SkyTrain service as well. Approximately 300,000 people count on the C-bus services every day.
Thanks, Kevin.
Moving now from buses to bikes, for many, a two-wheeler is the only form of affordable transportation. However, repairs can be pricey. One Vancouver-based nonprofit bike shop aims to keep Vancouver's wheels spinning. Reporter Nicholas Poitras sat down with Lane Hughes of Our Community Bikes.
In a world where bikes are becoming more expensive by the day, a nonprofit in Vancouver has made it its goal to make biking affordable for everyone. Today, I'm joined by Lane Hughes, the manager of Our Community Bikes. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So my first question for you is, tell us about the work that you guys do at Our Community Bike.
Yeah, so our Community Bikes is the bike shop that's at the heart of the Pedal Society. And we're a full service shop. We sell refurbished bikes. We take donations, process them, put them back better than they came to us. And we also run a bunch of our different programs out of the shop too, which includes Pedals for the People, our bike club for youth, women trans and queer nights, DIY nights, and a deaf access night as well.
And one of those programs that we caught a lot of interest in is Pedals for the People. And my question for you is, how did that start? How is that going now? And what's been the impact of that program on the community?
Pedals for the People started in about 2009, and it was originally first come, first serve. On the first of the month, all the bikes that had made it down to our secondary location were fixed up and given away one after the other. And that program has since grown exponentially over the years, and now we gave away 106 bikes this year and last year, and 149 as-is bikes to different organizations for refurbishment as well. So it's close to 250 bikes over 1 year.
And to talk about a lot of the stuff that you've been doing with maintenance and making sure that everyone is able to get that, how important is it for your company to make sure that maintenance is of affordable pricing for other people, as well as getting bikes?
Yeah, well, PFTP does include a maintenance stipend for the year, and people who get a bike get $150 of labor, as well as locks, helmets, lights, safety equipment. But the motivation behind it for us is really we see bikes as a tool of social change, a tool of empowerment, and we see cycling as a way of accessing affordable, reliable transportation. So we're all about connecting people with ways to live their lives on their own terms, and we see the bike as a way to do that.
And that's all the questions that we have for you. Thank you so much for your time, Lane.
Thank you.
We're a month into 2024, and how are you doing with your fitness resolutions? Our reporter Grace McLeod spoke with personal trainers about how to make sure your fitness goals work out.
With each and every lift, lunge, and squat, the fitness trainers at the Fit Academy and House of Fitness are helping their clients get a start on their New Year's resolutions.
I think like January, it's like a fresh start. There's nothing really to do. It's snowing, it's raining. There's just a lot more time to dedicate to fitness and nutrition, I would say.
Well, the new year. New you, right?
Liz and Scott are both founders of these two fitness academies in Port Coquitlam. They know how anxiety-inducing entering the gym for the first time can be and have some insight on that matter.
A big thing I think is your support network is pretty big. If you can chime up with somebody who's looking to accomplish the same goals, like having an accountability partner is helpful.
Personal trainers at both gym locations have some further insight to share on this topic.
My first time going to the gym, I went by myself, and it was big. I walked out about 10 minutes later, but the next time I went with a friend who knew their way around, and that just changed the game for me, and having someone there who knows what they're doing.
Tell as many people as possible, which is going to help keep you accountable, or at least confine in one person to kind of have an accountability partner or buddy, if you will.
These fitness professionals are teaching the people getting into their world that it doesn't have to be all or none. They say when setting goals, be gradual and realistic.
I basically just say, let's start super small. Let's start with like eating healthy. Let's start with working out minimal times a week, and let's go from there.
To say just keep pushing. And I think anyone that is struggling to stay motivated or stay consistent, you're not alone, and that there's lots of helpful resources out there for you.
But just try to find a little balance right down the center there, because the erratic ups and downs, you know, the highs and the highs and the lows and the lows. So just try to be as kind to yourself as possible, and you know, hopefully you can end up where you want to be.
Liz, Scott, and the trainers want to remind their clients that it's okay to fall down a few times, as long as you remember to get back up and back on track. Grace McLeod in Port Coquitlam with BCIT Magazine.
While we all felt the effects of this month's cold weather, our furry friends may have had even a tougher time. My co-anchor Ben Bergera explains what pet owners can do to protect their companions.
Vancouverites experienced a rare spell of frigid winter weather this month, with temperatures reaching the minus double digits. While some braved the cold to enjoy some winter activities, some experts say the cold came with risks to our furry friends.
A lot of pet owners are not used to how to take care of their animals during these very, very cold times. First of all, that pets can get hypothermia and they can get frostbite. Each one is treated differently, so please make sure that you look up what this means.
Some measures designed to keep us humans safe can also have a fatal effect on our pets.
Antifreeze, ethylene glycol is so dangerous to your pets. A teaspoon can be fatal to cats, and a tablespoon can cause kidney damage to dogs.
One dog walking company says while some breeds like Huskies and Malamutes thrive in these conditions, it's important for owners to consider the climate your dog is best suited for.
Generally speaking, I'd say booties for a dog that has less fur or isn't a breed that's been designed for this type of weather would be really important, including jackets and sweaters and stuff like that.
Hey, good job, buddy.
Despite the challenges and risks for pets, McDade says as long as it's done safely, pets can still enjoy the great outdoors during the cold spell. Ben Bugera in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine. Coming up after the break, how a university club juggles work and play.
And blast off into a virtual reality adventure.
About this program is the hands-on experience. Every day I'm honing the skills that I'll use in my future career.
Hi, I'm Madison Buckingham, and you're watching Community Calendar.
On this episode of Community Calendar, we'll be taking a look at Valentine's Day events in preparation for the season of love. Do you ever find yourself asking, why don't we have any good pictures together? Well, don't worry, because on February 10th, Lulu Island Winery is offering professional photos for couples. You can sip and shop while you're at the market, and don't forget to get a quick kiss at the kissing booth. Okay, so maybe you don't have time for a human relationship right now. No worries, we have something for the pet lovers too. Wrap's Cat Sanctuary is open on February 11th with crafts, games, and cuddles. Drinks and other refreshments will be available too. If you're the artsy type, or maybe you're just in the mood to pick up a new hobby, then check out February Paint Nights from Art from the Heart. It's a guided paint lesson with all the supplies you need to succeed from beginner to intermediate level painters. Finally, if you're in the mood for love and still looking for a date, Flair Events is playing Matchmaker this Valentine's Day with speed dating at Greta Bar. There'll be games, prizes, and icebreakers while you look for your new potential mate. That's all from me today. Thanks for joining me. I'm Madison Buckingham, and this has been Community Calendar.
Welcome back to BCIT Magazine. Have you ever wanted to run away and join the circus? We sent reporter Redley Leung to jump through the hoops and learn a little bit about what it takes to be part of the greatest show on earth.
We are here at the SFU Burnaby campus, and today we are with Zach, the head and founder of the SFU Circus Club. Zach, how long have you been running this club for?
I've been running this club for about a year and a half now. Yeah. So I've been doing circus for about 8 years now. And after my second year at SFU, I thought I would love to share it with the student base. We just have a broom and we book and we juggle and we do a lot of cool circus stuff there. Yeah, we learn all types of tricks.
Oh, well, speaking of tricks, why don't you show me some?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Perfect.
Of course, I'll grab some stuff.
So Zach,
yes,
please show me how
okay.
you juggle.
So first thing we're gonna do, take one ball, we're gonna throw it about eye level across our body. There we are. Nice. Right. Perfect, good job. Grab your second ball. We're gonna throw same height on each hand. Okay, so nice. Next, what we're gonna do, when it's at its peak, its very highest point is when the next ball is thrown. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. There we are, nice. Beautiful. Awesome, cool. Same thing, now we're gonna cross it. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Throw, throw, catch, catch. Yes, close. Close, nice, you got it. Yeah, nice, good job. Right. Now we're gonna add our third.
The hardest part.
The hardest part. The hand with two. I won't throw us first. We're gonna do the exact same thing. When it's at its peak, the next ball gets thrown. Throw, 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 catch, catch, catch. Make sure you throw a third one. Good job, good job. Yes, 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 yes. Oh,
Almost,
nice. That counts.
I was throwing it a little bit late, but unfortunately this might take me forever to figure it out. Zach, tell me, what are these?
These are called flower sticks.
Flower sticks.
Yeah.
How exactly could I use these?
Yeah, so what we're gonna do first, take the 2 rubber sticks.
Okay.
Put it underneath the big flower stick like this. There we are, yeah. Let's roll it back and forth. It opens up like a flower.
Oh.
Yeah, there we are. Nice. Hey, there we are, nice. Okay, cool, yeah. Throw and catching, I was gonna be the next step. Awesome.
Oh, these are easy. These are easier than the last ones.
Oh, you're ambitious. Nice.
A little bit too high.
Okay, some other tricks too you can do.
Yeah.
We can make it spin when we throw it. Flip it like a pancake.
Okay, let's try that.
Hey, oh, nice.
Not. Oh my god. Is this like a beginner skill, I'm guessing, or?
The skills get a beginner. Some of them get harder, but yeah, these are pretty.
What is the hardest one you know?
Ooh, for flower sticks? To be honest, I don't know that many.
Oh. This guy's a pro. This guy is a pro at it. Holy.
Get there above your head, catch. You go down and try.
Sorry, can you show that?
Throw above your head. Yo, ooh, 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 ooh. You caught it, that counts. Good job.
Got it.
Nicely done, nicely done.
All right, so unfortunately we don't have any more time to do any more advanced tricks.
It's fine.
My learning capabilities are quite slow. So I'd like to thank you, Zach.
Of course, yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for coming on here and giving us the opportunity to interview you and your team.
No worries, thank you for coming, yeah, this is great, yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Back to you.
BCIT reporter Jagraj Lally joins us now with a mid-season update on the Vancouver Canucks. So Jag, how are the Canucks looking heading into the All-Star break?
Well, Ben, the Vancouver Canucks are headed to the All-Star game on a high note with a 5-4 victory Saturday night at Rogers Arena. Elias Pettersson scored the game-winning goal, Brock Besser with a hat trick, and the crowd was absolutely electric all night long. The Canucks will send 5 of their skaters to Toronto's festivities, and head coach Rick Tocchet will also be taking part.
And Jag, who's heading to Toronto from Vancouver?
Sunday's All-Star game will feature Thatcher Demko, JT Miller, Brock Besser, Elias Pettersson, as well as Captain Quinn Hughes, who is captain of Team Hughes as well, alongside his brother Jack. Head coach Rick Tocchet will also serve as coach during Sunday's festivities, and it'll be a fun one for sure, with Toronto being absolutely electric. Back to you, Ben.
Thanks, Jag.
More and more people are becoming interested in experiencing virtual reality. A new interactive exhibit called The Infinite is taking viewers to new heights. Reporter Jocelyn Chappelle went for a ride into the universe.
Futuristic visuals and high-tech gear are all a part of visitors' experience to explore the International Space Station through the eyes of an astronaut. Views like this are what Montreal-based Felix and Paul Studios wanted people to immerse themselves in. Working directly with NASA, they've created the largest production ever filmed in space, which was then adapted to ISS The Infinite experience. The studio says the project has been a dream since their beginning.
We realized that, okay, we have to one day film in space. Like, that was right from the beginning something that we knew.
Welcome to the Infinite.
In recent years, VR has seen a shift from primarily individual use to more community-based activities. Some have concerns with virtual reality causing people to be disengaged with those around them and wonder if group experiences like this could mitigate those effects.
There's a tendency with VR headsets to create a kind of isolated experience. I think for these kinds of exhibits, it's cool to hear and kind of get a sense of the oohs and ahs and the sense of wonder that your neighbors might be feeling, or other people walking through the exhibits.
Felix and Paul Studios believe the changing use of VR is a positive thing which creates opportunities for creative innovations and new visual experiences. They add that the use of 3D technology is arguably more natural than the 2D media we're used to.
we're so used to it now that it doesn't seem like an abstraction. Films and photos and text, we've existed alongside these mediums for so long that they seem natural. But really, the technology is finally reaching a point where it can represent the digital realm in the real natural way, right?
Raphael believes virtual reality is full of opportunities for new ideas and is looking forward to witnessing further changes to the technology throughout his life. Jocelyn Chappelle in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
Well, classes are not everything, and no one knows this better than the people at BCIT Kickstart. Reporter Max Mashman has the story of a campus event and the special guests who will hop into your heart.
With second semester starting, students across Metro Vancouver are off their couches and back on campus. Making this transition easier, 5 fluffy friends.
I came specifically for the bunny events. I heard there were cute bunnies to pet, and I feel like that's a great stress reliever for us, so it was perfect.
So who brought the bunnies? BCIT Kickstart has been running the pop-up bunny cafe across all BCIT campuses to give students the opportunity to meet new people. But it isn't just bunnies. A bustling career fair and free hot chocolate were also hits with the students. Most of these students were happy to see the bunnies, but some wondered why there aren't more events at the downtown campus.
We are left in the dark compared to what Burnaby has. I mean, I get it. We have a smaller campus, not that much resources, but they got rock climbing. They got an entire gym. We got like 4 dumbbells to work with.
Yeah, I think we're all really excited whenever we see booths here at the Tech Collider, and it's just really exciting. So I think they should definitely have more here.
For Jen, the owner of Cinema Zoo, bringing the bunnies is a business.
Okay, Cinema Zoo was first founded in 1988 by Gary Oliver, and I started working with him, gosh, somewhere in the 90s, and then I bought it in 2014 from him. It started as a rescue, still is a rescue, but we also do events and film.
Jen's favorite part of the job, bringing the animals to senior homes.
The seniors, they go back to their roots because most of them were farmers anyways back in their day. So this is really special to them to have animals and see farm life again.
But seniors aren't the only ones these animals are special for. The students love them too.
The bunnies are really cute. It really relieves us stress from the program. We hope for more events like this here in campus.
Max Mashman in Vancouver for BCIT Magazine.
If you have any questions regarding the show, you can contact us at bcitnews.com.
That's all for this edition of BCIT Magazine. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ben Bugera.
And I am Alicia Narasco. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.